Hello everyone, I'm AussieJTV and we're back with some more Ancient Legacy of Azul. Now before we get straight back into the action, I just thought I'd mention, and you'll probably see this if you watch a lot of my videos, and you may be able to hear it as well, I've just got a new microphone, so please let me know in the comments down below if that makes my voice a lot clearer, less annoying, or generally more entertaining. Any news is good news in my view. Now, going back to the game itself, when we last played, we managed to see both the second and the third boss, as well as show off the second character. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't look like we've unlocked any of the other four characters, but I think our aim of today's session will be, can we beat the third stage? And in order to do that, I'm going to play as the second character, because I just think they're a bit easier. And let's see what we can do. So just getting my bearings again about how we play the game. And the main strats I use for this character is always use your R and your Q when they're off cooldown, which is basically your sort of AoE moves. And then you only ever need to fire your enter. I keep saying enter, it's not going to be bound to enter necessarily for you, but your main attack when you really need to. And let's pray to a god. We're already getting quite a few upgrades, which is nice. I don't really intend to spend too long on this level, because I always think the sooner you get out of the first world, the better. Or at least that's my view. Unfortunately, we didn't get paid out the second time. Oh dear, definitely pressing the wrong buttons there, but that's not a problem. We can just keep dodging, and we leveled up, which is very nice. But yeah, I must say, if you're liking this video, please... Oh, not this video. Well, I mean, if you're liking this video, let me know. But more importantly, if you're liking this game, let me know. And especially if you've managed to unlock some of the other stuff, I'd great to hear about it. Because I think there is a lot more depth to this game than I've shown off so far. It just requires being a bit better at the game than I am, most likely. But yes, anyway, so I had a great time after work today unpackaging this and getting the settings right. If you think there is a bit of a problem with the settings, maybe the sound doesn't sound quite right or anything like that, just let me know. I will be probably having a little bit more of a mess around once I've double checked everything, but I think it sounded good when I did some prep work earlier. So, we're taking a bit more time than I'd originally planned on this level, but that's mainly because we haven't even seen the boss zone, and here we go. Let's see what we can do here. I might as well go to the end of the level, is my view, before I start the boss, just in case there's any upgrades that we've missed, and then we will move on from there. I must say, I do like how the sort of pixel art, when I first played this game, I wasn't sure, it's very... I don't even know if saying small pixel art is the right idea, but I guess everything's quite zoomed out on the page or on the screen, so you're not really seeing a close-up of the individual pixels, but there's something about how this character looks and walks that I really find cool, I guess. I really like. So let's see what is here. This is to calm the world, so this is to get rid of all of the mutations that the enemies have. It's a bit unfortunate that we've already got one mutation, but I mean, it's the price of praying to those gods. We also got a buff as well with one of the items. So let's continue on, and we will start the boss any second now. And basically my strat is just to kite with this character against the first boss. Just duck, dodge, dive, and weave, as they say. Fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. So let's call this boss. I think he normally always spawns to the left. I'm not sure if I've just made that up, but he always seems to when I've been playing. Just see how much damage we can do before sprinting away. Now, I don't know if I just didn't check my health there, but it looked like we actually took some damage there, so maybe I didn't sprint quite at the speed that I wanted to. But no matter. And let's just keep doing a little bit of damage at a time. It's a shame there's a lot of mobs here that are just making it a bit harder to get some hits on him. But as soon as we cleared them off like that, that gets some big damage, which is nice. And then get some height. Once again, forgetting to turn around before I cast spells. What I'm interested in, I'm sure there's an item that I probably just didn't look over well enough, is you can see above our Q, or the wall that we do, there's a marker. So we must have got the thing that gives us 2 casts. Yeah, we have the thing that lets us do 2 casts. That's useful to know, but I'm sure I'd recognise what the item was, because I thought that item was like a yellow or something. But obviously not if we've got it now. Not that I'm complaining. And he's taking a lot of damage here. I think we're pretty close. It's annoying that quite a few enemies just spawn there, because I think we may have had him otherwise. Let's get up here and then let's finish him off. Or I believe we should be able to finish him off. Oh, that was close. Just before he did that last hit, we got the kill on him. So we should just be able to make our way to the exit. I mean, we could kill these guys. I don't know if it gives much of a benefit. I guess we will get some of those, or some of the dust that we need for the upgrades, but I'm not so worried about that. I'm more thinking about that time in the top right and how long it will be until we get a next mutation. So while we're going over, let's just have a look. So enemies are extra accurate, so they basically just get a crit chance. Not what I would really call accuracy, but we'll take it. And amplified, increased base damage. So basically they're hitting harder. And here we've got a choice of, I believe, increased movement speed, or this one, which I can't remember what it is, but I'm going to take it. Increases armor. That's probably better for this character because they're quite squishy. I mean, I guess as long as you're moving fast enough, maybe you'll never get hit. But I don't trust myself to be that good at the game. And then we have choices here of getting an Azul upgrade. And this is the one that, if I remember rightly, has to do with refreshing cooldowns, which I think is pretty good. So we might actually spend the money here, get the Azul stone, and use it to pick up the Azul item, so the brass crown. So chance on using a skill to reset all skill cooldowns. And I think we will probably just move on from there. I'm trying to think if it's worth getting any ignites. I mean, I don't see any synergies, but this is quite cheap. And let's just double check what this is. Push dagger, 10% chance to inflict bleed. So we've got bleed, we've got burning, and we've got some porcupines. Maybe we'll take this as well. Maybe we'll just see if we can do as much like dot damage over time to the enemies, and see if that helps us out. I do think there is a Azul item that's something basically about dots and doing more damage with a dot. So unfortunately, we won't get that unless we swap out our brass crown. But either way, it should be quite interesting. And I think we've been quite fortunate that we've started on the edge of the map, which is nice because I don't like to double back all the time when I play this normally. Let's just keep running through and see what we can do. Oh, there's 2 praise. Okay, so vampiric, that's not ideal. And especially, okay, I think this might even be the first time we've seen it, but we've actually got a blue upgrade to the enemy, so they heal for damage dealt. So that's like a rarer mutation, which I assume means it's going to be even harder to fight against than the other ones that we've seen, but I guess we'll soon find that out. But for now, let's pick up some more upgrades. Chance to cripple now. Not so much of a dot, but I guess it's like a passive debuff to the enemy. And then we will progress through the game. Now, what I'm wondering is we might pick up this punch dagger and just basically get it so that we're almost guaranteed to cause bleed. Though looking at it now, most of our hits are dealing bleed anyway. So maybe we don't need to worry about it. Oh, I was about to say, let's get another one. I think we need to find one of these cleansing the world options because we've now got, if that was a rare before, this is an elite, should we say? The world erupts in flame, dealing 4 damage per second. So it basically just means we have to be even more on our toes with dodging, which has never been my strong suit anyway, especially when talking. But for now, let's get ready with this. We didn't see one of these last time, and cast a lot of our spells, move along. Thankfully, because we've got the chance to refresh, we might be able to get through these pretty fast, and that was actually a really good show off, and hopefully we can kill all of those in a row. We took a bit of damage to do it, but we got our upgrades. So that's good at least. I mean, this isn't going too badly. Though, unless I'm going crazy, we must have walked past the boss, and I just didn't see it, which is not very good of me. I mean, they're meant to be like these big pillars into the sky. You'd have thought I'd have noticed it straight away. Unless it's this, because I thought when we walked over it, it said something. Press E to collect. Okay, so it wasn't what I was specifically on about, but useful nonetheless. Oh, and there's the boss. I think I must have just gone past it because I was too busy looking at the old god benefit. Okay, let's kill all of these. What healed him? That was, it was the bloody vampiric. I was like, why did I take so much damage there? And it's because I thought I had the last hit already guaranteed on him, and it turns out that was not the case. Let's see what we can do here. I don't know how much damage I've really taken from this fire. I'm hoping not too much, but I'm sure that is completely mistaken. And I'm just actually trying to get, I was about to say, trying to get some health back, and that did not go to plan. So let's restart. That wasn't the greatest run, but I think we did get started with some bad luck, to be honest. I mean, we got the first time we've ever seen a rare mutation, and then straight after that we got like an epic mutation as well. So hopefully this one will go a bit better. Let's see what we can find to the right side of the screen, and then we'll move to the left. I must say, now that once I've got used to the second and third level, it just feels so idyllic being here in level 1 because it just seems so pleasant. You've got a nice sun in the background, which you don't get in the other areas, etc. And what's nice is, especially with this character, we have got, well, this is even better. We've now got a Azul item straight off the bat. So health regen is increased and max health, and we also picked up something else that helped our healing. So maybe this is the tanky spellcaster run for a change, which you don't normally see. I'm looking forward to trying it out. Oh, there's quite a lot of them that are catching up with us now, which is probably my mistake for not trying to kill them earlier on. But I'm just mainly focused on getting all the items that I can, and then moving on from there. Especially, we can afford to take some damage here. We have 2 apothecary belts to increase healing, and then we have, I mean, I don't know what this is called. I should probably just check. The Weeping Heartstone. I was going to say it looked a bit like a heart, so that makes sense. And there we are at the end of the map. So then I will fire some spells and try not to take too much damage. I do sometimes find it hard to hit enemies that are in the air. I don't know, it always sometimes feels that they're on slightly the wrong level, or it's because there's a little bit of a charge up time. I was going to say I might actually purchase this. I can't remember what it does, but I remember it being good. And I forgot you actually have to pick it up afterwards. So, chance to bleed. Bleed enemies on receiving hits. Now, is that me being silly? On receiving a hit. Okay, so basically it's like, instead of us giving it based on our attacks, it's us receiving damage and therefore giving it. I'm just going to buy everything that I can, to be honest. I want to be as strong as possible before we fight this first boss. Not that I think the first boss is that hard, at least I maybe did on the first episode that we played this game, but not since then. And just make sure we've got a lot of upgrades, because that's probably the thing that I'm missing out. I don't think I understand the core strategy of the game yet, like what you just generally need to do to progress through the game. I just sort of think, ooh, shiny thing, let's buy that. And to be fair, that's fun for me, so I'm enjoying it. But if we want to actually see the fourth boss, complete the game, unlock the new characters, we've got to actually get some strategy involved. So let's see, can we pick up this as well? Because it's weight and knockback, which I think could be quite interesting. Especially as a ranged character, you don't want enemies to be right next to you all the time. So there you go. So hopefully that will keep them away from me a bit more. And we must be getting close to the boss. Or at least I think so. It should be just around the corner here. But we get one last upgrade before that. And we've got a lot of health regen, which I assume can only be a good thing, let's be honest. But I do wonder if it's just going to take us a long... Oh, this is not what we wanted. I was just going to say, he always spawns to the left, didn't I say that last time? And lo and behold, I am proved wrong straight away, which is probably no surprises to any of you watching. But let's just keep moving along, cast our spells when we can. I think one thing I do need to remember with this character is their dash is actually a lot smaller cooldown than you think. You don't have to worry too much about it being off. It has like maybe a 2-second cooldown, if that, which is really good for getting out of danger. Right, let's just focus some damage. I think this is all going very well. You can see that we're doing less damage than we were last time, though, that's for sure. But then we're also already got nearly 400 health, which I think is by far and away the highest we may have even had with this character on the previous runs. I'd have to double check through the VODs to confirm that, but definitely seems to be doing have a lot more health than we had previously. Which is good for me, because I think I'd rather have more health and less damage, because I'm just a clumsy person in this game and I am taking far too much unnecessary damage. And because you're just so squishy in general, it's a bit better from a practice perspective. If I have more health, I can take more individual punishments and then work out what the best thing to do is in the game, which would be really good for me. So let's sprint our way back over to the exit and stare longingly at Saruman's tower before seeing what we've got to deal with in the sort of swamplands. And I'm going to take this because I'm pretty sure it's some damage. Chance on hit to inflict additional damage. So I think that's what we need. We've got a lot of tankiness. We've already got, interesting, not enough Azul stones, and it's 2. I don't even know what that one does, to be honest. And we don't have much money, to be honest. So I'm tempted to just say, let's save everything. I'm trying to remember what this one does. We do actually have one of it. Grants an additional jump. Well, I don't think that's even that useful for us. I'm gonna take this one because I'm not even sure if we've actually had it before. More just to fill in the book. Gain health on hit. Okay, more healing. That's what we like to see. And then we've got 87 left over for next time. It is a bit unfortunate that the enemy's got a rare mutation right off the bat with the poisonous. But I don't know, you get what you're given. So let's go to the left first because I can just see that the boss area is to the right. And let's see what we can find if we get any good upgrades. I must say, I don't actually find this level that hard. I know that's very easy to say when I did die on it last time, but it does just feel like it's relatively easy. I mean, the only extra enemies are the ring wraiths that you just saw there, or at least that's what I'm going to call them. Maybe there's some sort of copyright issue with doing that, but no one's going to notice. And they don't really... Oh, actually, I forgot about it. There's these spellcasters as well that are new. But yeah, it's not really too dangerous to me. I mean, even the snow area, I didn't find too dangerous until the boss. It was more the boss that was really killing me. So let's do a quick run to the right. The only reason I'm not fighting the boss first is because when you fight the boss, you don't actually... All of the shops and all the pickups disappear. So we might as well get them first. Get maximum loot on a level that we can. And, you know, Dragonstone, things like that, especially the blue ones. Oh, interesting. Reality buckles under the weight of the Azul. Don't know what that really means. But it's definitely that. It's definitely true. I might do some trading here to see if I can get some more. Oh, did you see that knockback, by the way? I think I'm going to trade. I don't know how you choose what it trades, but since it seems to be getting rid of things that aren't extra damage, I don't really mind because I feel very tanky already. So anything to up our damage would be useful at this stage. Now, is this the end? I always think when you see these sort of pillars, you're near the end, but I must be slightly mistaken here. Get some more damage when health is low. That one probably isn't that useful. I wonder if there's a way to choose what things you'll switch out with the trade. and I will take the extra damage because I just basically want to deal as much damage as humanly possible here. Maybe if I'd have seen that, I would have got the armor piercing instead, because I assume after a point armor piercing becomes better than damage at some point, is my assumption. I mean, it's not based on any fact, just based on, I guess, general experience with games such as this in the past. Oh, now we've got vampiric. We've had 3 blues. I mean, I don't know if it was just that I wasn't paying attention to this when we played last time, but I don't remember seeing these. I thought we all had white ones, or basically standard ones every time. So we've got, they're going to deal dots to me. They're going to heal as they get hit. And, oh, unstable increases instability gain. So that basically just is sort of a passive increased difficulty to the game is the way I understand it. Enemies are going to get more mutations faster. But that's a problem for later. For now, let's see if we can kill these bosses. Well, this boss, I should say, and move on to the next area. One thing you have to work out in this game is you actually get sort of stuck in position at some point. So if you start casting, even if you think you've pressed like left to turn direction, it won't actually input. There's no, I think buffer input is the term, where things sort of like will all prep and cast as soon as they've got space available. Oh, and I took quite a bit of damage there. It does seem that we're not really worried about taking a lot of damage. I mean, even there, we just chunked like 100 health. And look how fast we regen it up as soon as we just get out of combat for a bit. So maybe we can just be a bit more focused on dealing damage. I don't know, maybe not to that extent, because we still want to get the passive regen. But as long as I get some dodges in here, look, we're already back to full health. So maybe I'm worried, you know, I'm worried because I'm getting hit, but I'm actually playing a character that can tank it all, basically, at this stage. Though I do just feel like our damage is a bit weak. I feel like the enemies are spawning faster than we can deal with them, which is always a worry in games like this. Would especially help if they're on the right level for us to do damage to them. But here we go. So I'm not even going to worry too much about dodging. We need to deal some damage to this guy at some point. And I think the best way, you know, with the amount of regen we have, it's probably just all about landing the hits. Especially if we can get dots and things like that off on him. Yeah, because I mean, the last couple of times we fought this boss and killed him, I should say, he must have died in probably a quarter of the time as this. It's all good. And when did we get 2 mutations? I don't know if I just wasn't paying attention, but did we get both of those during the fight? Maybe we got a double one. I don't know if that's possible, but could well be. And let's see, he's taking a lot more damage now, which is good, though we just took an absolute chunk. It's just all about managing the mobs, managing the ads, and then getting some good damage on him when possible. Oh, we're getting absolutely killed by the vampiric. I need to remember they have that, because I keep thinking, oh, 1 hit to death, I don't need to worry too much about the enemy, when in reality, they heal up every time they hit me, and then I'm screwed. So, let's get some more damage off. Then stay back, wait for our regen to come in. I always wonder what's the point in upgrading this Azul item, because, you know, it's already healing so much. I don't know if it maybe either increases the healing rate, which I think is not that important, or it decreases the amount of time you have to wait before it kicks in, which I guess would arguably be more important, but definitely at the moment our focus is getting some more damage. I mean, I thought maybe getting the 5 stack of that flintlock, which basically increases the chance of us dealing additional damage, would be enough, but it really doesn't seem to be. Right, let's just make a bit of ground, get some dodges in, and focus and let our healing go sky high. Perfect. And then I'm hoping we can maybe finish him off here. I bet you it's not going to be quite enough because this tanky guy's blocking it. But that was a decent chunk. We're getting to the edge of the screen. Maybe if we get 1 more health regen set here, we can then... Oh, I just got hit just at the wrong time. I hope this kicks in. I should maybe focus on not taking damage and just let it go through. Because the last thing I want to do is die here when I'm so close just because I'm getting impatient. Which is something I've been known to do in the past. Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead. That took ages. Now, what I'm interested, I don't think I've ever had the bar in the top right go all the way to the top before. And what that really means, I assume it's going to get even more difficult. So, I don't know, maybe this isn't the time where we're going to see the 4th level or the end of the game or anything like that. But it is a good learning to see how things get progressively more different and difficult. And also we've seen that they have different mutations. And it looks like they also stack as well, which I don't think we saw before. So what did we get while I was focused on that? Increase base damage and enemies gain extra attack speed, which probably does not go well with the fact that they regen with their vampiric as well. Anyway, we've got a lot of money, and I mean a lot of money. So I'm thinking we might try and get this. I'm just assuming all the... Well, actually, no. What we probably need to do is, let's be sensible. Which one was it? I think Calm the World is not the same as Cleanse the World. So let's purchase an Azul Stone and use it to cleanse the world. Okay, we've learned that at least. All it does is get rid of 1 of the mutations. And then we spent 500 on reducing the speed at which they go. So, I mean, We haven't got stronger is the only thing, but we've hopefully stemmed the bleeding. Now maybe that's a completely wrong attitude to take in this game, I don't know. But it's all a learning environment. The more we learn, the better we'll get in the future. And, right, oh! Did anyone remember me talking about how we needed verticality in this game? Well, I've just found it. That is really good. I like that. I don't know how much it impacts us. But I really do like it. That's something to be said. So let's see if we can kill these elites now, get a buff, and then maybe we'll go straight to the boss, because I'm just worried about how fast all these things are, you know, how bad we're doing. Oh, I took a lot of damage there. Let's see if we can get our passive through. Oh no, we can't die here. What is killing us? I don't know if we're in the area, maybe we're taking sort of dot damage, or there's some sort of dot that's impacting us. Anyway, I don't think we're going to get this done in time, which is a bit of an annoyance. I probably was a bit of a fool errand to try and do it, to be honest, knowing how low our attack is. But we are killing them at least. Just trying to play it a bit safer, because I just know we are a lot weaker. It's like we're tanky, so we can survive, but we're just doing no damage at all, to be honest. In fact, maybe I'll just leave them to chase after me forever and see what we can find down this side. We know where the boss is. I just think we're never going to be able to kill him in time. We just want to get some of these treasure chests, get some buffs, and see where we can go from there. I mean, the knockback is nice, actually. I mean, it does add up. But I do wonder why it took... Oh, dear, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, it just seems like we're on our way down, shall we say. On our way down. Well, I probably won't do another run after this, because we're already at 21 minutes. We'll just have to be a bit of a stagnant episode where we have learned a lot, we just haven't progressed very far, which is fine. You know, you have things like this in any roguelike, and then soon enough we'll be winning every run, or at least a good proportion of them. Oh, I don't know. Should we just start the boss now? It just seems like a fool's errand. We can't even kill the enemies that are spawning excluding the boss, so what makes us think we'll be able to do anything better? But that stage counter is increasing. Okay. Maybe this is last ditch. When we took the blood thing last time, it halved our health, but I think increased our damage. And unfortunately, there's no way to actually read these tooltips. I was trying to do this on a run off screen, just to find out. And it looks like we actually have a baby version of the boss right here. Oh Jesus! It slows. Something is slowing me. Oh no! We just got a mutation that was slow. Oh, we are going down, everyone. I hate to break it to you. These were the things that took us out in one of the previous runs, which made for an okay thumbnail, which I was happy for, but actually the death wasn't so good. Let's just start it. Worst comes to worst, it'll be the end of the video, and we'll have learned a bit. But I just feel like this is going to be either an absolute slog that we do get through, or we just don't get through it at all. I think the slow is actually really hurting us, because it just makes it so much harder to get away from these enemies. Right. So we've managed to get through some of the riffraff, but we haven't really done much damage to him. Oh, that was actually quite a good dodge, though, I must say. I do say so myself. We are doing not insignificant damage to him, but we are taking a fair amount. And the fact that this level's so much more up and down is... oh, we got a new unlock. So at least it wasn't worthless. Getting this far through the game gives so many unlocks to the enemies that they take pity on you and give you a new item, which is nice. So we'll have that for future runs. And there is one of the new unlocks of a character is like when you get 15 unlocks or something like that. I feel like we must be coming relatively close to that. I mean, I don't know for sure, but we should probably take a look at that after. Maybe at the end of the session we'll just check. Oh, I've taken a lot of damage here. I'm just trying to get through him. I don't know what's taking dot damage to us though. Oh no, are we going to die here again to this silly thing? No, we're fine. Okay. Oh no, I need to preserve my passive regen. I need to preserve it. I think it's just a lot of poison. Yeah, we died to poison. Ah, that's very unfortunate. But at least we unlocked this strange blue-looking thing. Let's have a look. We haven't got unlocked 15 items and characters, so we're not quite there yet. But maybe in the next session we'll at least manage to do that if we don't manage to beat the third boss. Anyway, this has been Aussie JTV signing off. I wish you a good night.